All right, let's just jump right in. Have you ever flipped a coin and wondered, I mean, really wondered, if that flip was truly random? Well, what if I told you there's a way to do it that's so random it uses the weirdness of quantum mechanics itself? We can actually create the most random coin flip right on the internet.
It sounds like such a simple question, doesn't it? But for a computer, it's actually one of the hardest things to do. I mean, computers are designed for the exact opposite of randomness.
And right here, this is where it all gets so fascinating. Your standard, everyday computer, it really struggles to create genuine randomness. But this new type of machine, the quantum computer, well, it taps into the very fabric of the universe to do something that was thought to be impossible.
So, to really get why the quantum solution is so cool, we first have to wrap our heads around the problem itself. Why is true randomness such a headache for the machines we rely on every single day?
Here's the deal. We want our computers to be predictable. That's what makes them useful. They're built on these tiny little switches called bits, which are either on or off, a 1 or a 0. That's it. Companies have spent billions making sure those bits are 100% reliable so that your cat videos load perfectly every single time. Predictability is the goal. Randomness is the enemy.
So if that's the case, why do we even care about randomness? Well, it turns out that true, genuine unpredictability is absolutely crucial for a lot of things. Think about it. You need it for fair lottery drawings, right? Or for digital gambling, like shuffling a deck of cards online. It has to be completely unpredictable to be fair. But maybe the most important thing is cryptography. The security that protects your bank account, your private messages, it all relies on random numbers. If that number isn't truly random, a hacker could figure out the pattern and get access to everything. Okay, so since this is so important, how have we been handling it up until now? Well, to be honest, for the most part, we've just been faking it. Computers usually pull two main tricks. First, there's what we call pseudo-random numbers. This is where the computer uses some internal data, like the exact millisecond on its own clock, and runs it through a really complicated formula. It feels random to us, but at the end of the day, it's a recipe. If you know the recipe, you know the result. The second method is a bit better. It uses external stuff, like the atmospheric noise that sites like random.org collect. But even that isn't perfectly random. See, even that noise has patterns, and in theory, if you could somehow simulate every single molecule in the air around the sensor, you could predict the outcome. It's not provably random.
And that brings us to a totally new way of thinking. One that doesn't use tricks or complicated recipes. It's time to enter the quantum realm.
So instead of a bit that's stuck being either a 0 or a 1, a quantum computer uses something called a qubit. And the qubit, thanks to the bizarre rules of quantum physics, can do something incredible. It can be a 0, it can be a 1, or it can be both at the exact same time.
This state of being both things at once is called superposition. And the best way to picture it is to go right back to our coin flip. Imagine a coin spinning perfectly on its edge. It hasn't landed yet, right? It's not heads, it's not tails. In a very real sense, it's both possibilities at once. That's superposition.
So how do we take this weird spinning quantum coin and actually get a result from it? Let's walk through exactly how it works.
When a qubit is in what we call an equal superposition, it has a perfect 50% chance of ending up as a 0, which we'll call tails, and a perfect 50% chance of ending up as a 1, which we'll call heads. It's the quantum version of a perfectly balanced, perfectly fair coin. So how do we get that coin spinning in the first place? Well, we use a special quantum tool. It's called a Hadamard gate, or just H-gate for short. The easiest way to think about it is like the flick of your thumb that sends a coin flying and spinning into the air. Its entire job is to take a qubit that's just sitting there as tails and knock it into that perfect 50-50 spinning state. Okay, let's follow the whole journey step by step. First, we start with a qubit in a boring, predictable state, tails. Second, bam, it gets hit by that Hadamard gate. That's the flip. Third, it enters that amazing spinning coin state of superposition, holding both heads and tails as possibilities at once. And then the final step, we measure it. The very act of looking at it, of measuring it, forces the qubit to make a choice. It collapses out of that spin and lands on one single, final, and truly unpredictable result, heads or tails. And here's the most mind-blowing part. According to our best understanding of physics, there is no secret recipe. There is no hidden information that determines which way it's going to land. The result is believed to be fundamentally, provably unpredictable. We're not just faking randomness better than before, we are literally tapping into the randomness that's built into the universe itself.
This is a huge shift in thinking. So what does this incredible new power actually mean for us, right here, right now, in the real world?
Believe it or not, this isn't just theory in a physics lab somewhere. It might actually be in your pocket right now. The latest Samsung Galaxy smartphones have a tiny chip inside them called a quantum random number generator. And yep, it uses this exact quantum process to create truly random numbers to make your phone's security and data encryption way, way stronger.
And just to put into perspective how big a deal this is, the material we used for this explainer says it perfectly. It says that when you click a quantum coin flip online, you may have generated more truly random numbers than the most advanced cryptographer only a few years ago. Just think about that for a second. That's incredible. So from securing our private data to making sure online games are fair, true randomness really is opening up a whole new world. And that leaves us with a really exciting question to think about. Now that we can actually harness the universe's own randomness, what other doors are we about to open? What else is going to become possible?